whenever you're given an equation to balance, the first thing to do is make a table of reactant and product, then bring out each of the elements that comprises both the reactants and the product. So let's start with sodium. So I have sodium on the reactant, and I have 2 moles of sodium, as can be seen here, Na2. I have carbon, and for carbon I just have 1 mole. I have oxygen. For oxygen I have 3 moles. I have hydrogen. For hydrogen I have just 1 mole, and I also have chlorine. For chlorine I also have just 1 mole. Now let's pick out all these elements again on the product. I have sodium. On the product I have just 1 mole of sodium. I have carbon. On the product I have also 1 mole of carbon. I have oxygen. On the product, now look at the position of oxygen. I explained this in the first video. Don't just say 1 plus 2 and total of 3. No, just indicate their number of moles according to their order. So we have 1 mole of oxygen attached to H2O, plus I have 2 moles of oxygen attached to the carbon dioxide there. So instead of writing 3, just keep it like this, 1 plus 2. It makes it easier for balancing, but then it is still balanced. I have 3 moles on the reactant, and I have 3 moles on the product. Next is hydrogen. For hydrogen atom, I have 2 moles of hydrogen atom on the product. For chlorine, finally, for chlorine I have 1 mole of chlorine on the product. So let's take a look at this equation now. Sodium, on the reactant I have 2 moles of sodium, but I have 1 mole of sodium on the product, so which means sodium is not balanced. Carbon is 1, 1 balanced. Oxygen is 3, 3 balanced. Hydrogen is 1 and 2 not balanced. Chlorine is 1, 1 also balanced. Okay, so let's try to balance the unbalanced atoms. So I have 2 moles of sodium on the reactant, so which means if I multiply the product here by 2, I'm going to have 2 moles of sodium for both sides. So sodium is now balanced, which means I'm going to be multiplying 2 on this equation or on this compound. So I explained in the first video, it is wrong to come here and put 2. You don't add a subscript in an equation, in balancing an equation. That's wrong. So you simply append any number you're multiplying at the back of the given equation.